Okay, so for application, we will name it as application only. There is no nomenclature changes. On the list view, what we are doing is we are providing a summary at the top. So these are the five things which we are showing on this for this table. So now we are implementing this app span for every places, right? Means in reports we already introduced that setting. So on this list screen also we need to put something as app spent. Okay, whatever app spent details we are getting from report section, that need to be part of here. Okay, and based on this app spent only, we are showing the app spent data here. If there are application for which we don't have any app spend, for that we are showing discount. Suppose any value is 0, so we are considering that application as app spend with app with 0 spend. If there are missing data for any application, currently we have that red color triangle, so we are getting rid of that because that is not useful for the user. Instead of that, we directly show the count here. If there are applications which having usage less than 30%, we directly show that count here. Instead, user goes short and view that one, we are showing that detail here itself. If for an application there is a license limit, so for that also we are directly showing here. So yesterday I missed one thing related to vendor also. So on vendor also we are showing all this data at the top. Okay, so these cards are clickable, and on click of this on a slider, you guys need to show the same this list only, which is filtered out based on the things which we are showing here. Okay,
That was the simple list, like
yes,
with
simple list.
searching and filter.
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
The columns which we updated here are we are using the same column what we have in our system. Only thing which we added is app spent, one thing. And another thing is we have that notes. Previously we are calling it as notes, now that is changed to pinned note. And these are the columns: vendor category, app status, app spent, vendor spent, usage, after usage. We have so while you guys are working on this table for both vendor and for app, uh, follow the sequence what is present in the Figma column sequence. Okay, this is the default sequence actually: usage, provisioned user, license bot, sources, application department, owner, and this one is the painter.
And that pin note, where it came from?
Pinned note is for vendors. Yesterday I shown you, right? For vendors we have this notes. Under spend detail we have this
Yeah, yeah.
note, that is only the pinned note. Similarly for app, under,
Description tab or somewhere.
yeah, under it is under spend only. General info we have that.
Okay, okay.
And other columns which are part of application are these all. These are all the columns which are present which are present. User can select also. And apart from this, if there are any custom fields added by the user, that also need to be part of there, and that would be selected. Okay. Inline editor, so this will be same what we have for vendor. On hover, show the action elements, and if user clicks on edit, all the fields which are in editable mode, show them in edit mode.
And the custom field, we are not showing it as editable, right?
No, that also need to be editable.
Okay, okay. Pinto was showing that, like you
No,
told
no. So
him.
yeah, because previously we don't have much time to do the changes. That's why we didn't done that one. But now in for vendor module, because we are redesigning entire vendor and app module, so we are going to provide it as editable.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I think Ashish, I just now checked. There is some other ticket being tracked for this.
Yes. Yes.
Editable, yeah, for custom fields.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, make it part of vendor redesign
When,
and app.
hmm,
For
okay,
app redesign, I will create a separate task for app module.
yeah, okay.
So messaging functionality will be same. So we will go in depth about messaging module in today's evening call. Actually, there are few things which we need to add for messaging. Means this functionality will be there. Means user can directly come up here. They can tag users. They can add the tokens. They can add attachments. So this screen will be same only. There won't be any changes. Only thing which going to be introduced here is uh, email part. So suppose for this particular application AWS, okay, so these are all the users. So suppose I want to send an email to 5 people from here, okay, why they are not logging in or something like that, I can select the user and I can send an email, okay. So we need to track that email under messaging. So the that one we will do a separate discussion, okay, that's why I am not including in this module.
Mm. Okay.
But rest of the functionality what you are seeing currently, that won't be there won't be any impact. Email would be a separate thing, means one new section will be added. So how it will look is actually yeah. So how it will look is uh, it will say that email sent, okay, this person sent an email to username along with how many users and how many are already replied. And when they click on this link on a slider, we need to show this thing saying that from where it is sent, this particular email, and who all replied or something like that. So this is in progress, but this thing needs to be done for email part. Okay, coming back to app module. Yeah, so till now it was the listing part. Any query for listing? Okay. Now the main tabs. So this is our main page for a particular application. So at the top itself, we will show this detail and with a back button and the status of that particular application. Uh, Internal search, the functionality which we saw earlier, same functionality what we are going to implement for vendor. Then adding a quick message similar to what we have on the vendor table, vendor module. Here we are going to show the category of that particular application. If so, upfront we will show two categories. If there are, so it always show the primary category and one secondary category here. And if there are further secondary categories present for that application, that will come under here +2 or +5. And on a tooltip on hover, show all the categories. Okay. Second thing what we are showing is if there what is the source of this particular application. So if it might be possible there are multiple sources, we will show all the multiple sources. After this, we will show the number of duplicate apps. If suppose there are duplicate apps present for this particular application, then we will show the number of duplicate apps. The tabs which we are considering are usage, license management. This two is already there. For general info, we done some changes. Spend details, we done some changes. Messaging, currently we having notes, we are renaming that to messaging, then workflow, then contacts, competitors, and reviews. Now for usage module, usage tab. So we are getting rid of those big boxes and we are directly showing the count tabs here. And if suppose there are more options, means apart from direct integration, suppose I have direct integration and SSO both, so it will come from this drop down. Similarly, last 30 days, this is the drop down only. It consists of last 90 days, 180 days, and last 1 year. By default, it would be 30 days and direct integration. And here itself, these are clickable tabs. So it will show how much percent of usage is there.
Uh, Rakesh, this direct integration will be a setting from an admin, right? Suppose if it is set to SSO as a priority, then it show the SSO data for last 30 days.
So
I mean, there is one feature with respect to this setting.
so it won't impact, na? Why it will impact anything? Yeah.
It should impact is what I'm saying. Like Vishal, do you remember this remediant use case?
Yes.
Ideally, it should impact Rakesh because there is one use case we have
No,
developed is
what
when,
I am saying is whatever is setting there, based on that only the data will be shown here, right?
okay, then that is fine. Yeah, admin setting it should show it. Yeah, okay.
Okay, so here user would able to see the usage graph along with the along with the list scheme. Yeah, so this filter is used for setting up the department. By default, we are showing all the department here, but user can multi-select. So this functionality is also present in our system. User can select anything from here. Based on that, the graph will change. For unique login tab, so this thing is already present there in our system. 7 log not logged in. So this is also present in our system. Only UI changes are there. Means new table and the graph is little bit changed. So this is related to usage, and this
Okay.
is the interaction for the drop down. So this is all. There won't always something is selected for this too.
Okay. Do we want to implement like 60 days in that drop down? 30 days, 60 days?
Currently, we don't have. Is there any requirement from customer with respect to this Vibhu?
Not from customer, like in some reports now we are showing last 60 days of
Yeah, yeah. So
data.
that's what I'm asking.
Yeah, actually, last 60 days should be also included, Rakesh. Here. Even Service Titan wanted to see the usage based on last 30 days, last 60 days, and last 90 days. All three.
And yeah, what is that bulb icon on the
That
header?
is recommendation part. Once dashboard is finalized, that slider will be used.
Okay. So until that, are we like
No,
implementing this?
no.
We
This
will.
bulb icon we won't show till the recommendation part is implemented.
Okay. Okay. Messaging. And is there any changes in the competitors tab or something?
I'm going there.
Okay.
So for license management also, there won't be much changes. Only changes this layout is changed. If it is non-editable, directly show it as a non-editable field, something like this. Rest features are same. If I click on edit, then make the field as editable.
Mhm.
Okay. So these are the other interactions present for license management. Okay, so under general info, we are placing two things. One is application info, another one is vendor info. So these things we already have. App info we already have. So we are going to show that only app info. And these fields are also editable. User can click and edit it. And also on click of this, they would be able to customize. Suppose I don't want to see few this is a core app or notes, these two things I don't want to see, then I can directly remove from this setting. Similar way what we have for vendor.
Yeah.
For so this is the editable view. I can click on edit and I can update and I can save it. Under vendor info, we are showing these details. So we are going to use the same details what we have under vendor table, vendor module. There's that vendor info only need to be shown, and these fields are not non-editable currently. Under spend details, we are going to show contracts and invoices, and here we are going to show only two things. One is invoices, another one is contracts. So under vendor module, we are showing three things. One is transaction, one is invoices, one is contracts. But under
Mhm.
app module, we are going to show only invoices and contracts, not transactions.
Yeah.
So, so same API can be used here for invoices and contracts. Okay, and
Okay.
these are the details related to that particular app. And same functionality, user can edit it. And okay, I need to provide an option to update the count display. That one I need to add here. And invoice and contract tables are same what we have in vendor module. Under contacts, so messaging and workflow I'm skipping for now. uh, these are going to be separate modules. For contacts, okay, for contacts, we already have vendor contact, so that thing we need to show. And at the here we need to show, we have app contact, so we are renaming that as company contact. Under app contacts are now company contacts, and these are also editable.
Okay.
Coming to competitor, so competitors, we have we are going to show something like this. So here only we will show the count and search. This will be the filter. And here this would be the list of competitors. So these are the apps along with the vendor name. And here we will show little bit of description. On hover, it will look something like this with the shadow effect. And on click, so currently what happening on click, we are showing the Salesforce info here only, means at this position we are showing. But in this new design, what will happen if I click on this one, on a full blown pop-up, I would able to see all these three info: app info, vendor info, and reviews.
Mhm.
These are the vendor info. And on review tab, I would able to see the review in this part. And if user want to write and review, so on click, just open up what the current pop-up what we have in our system. Here in this card, the change is we are showing the uh, industry and size of business size at the top. After that, who added the comment or the review, and below that we are showing the role and company.
Okay.
Similarly, for reviews tab, it will be same what we saw in this here also na same thing for reviews, same format, and use this filter to filter out based on your industry and based on business size. Yeah, so that's it from app module.
Duplicate apps also we are showing on the
Duplicate
header.
apps also we are showing. So this is the duplicate app. This is a link only. On click we need to show on a slider.
Okay. Mm,
Any
okay,
doubt?
I think like so we have a category field.
Okay.
Uh, if I add a category there, it will show on the header, right?
Yeah. So
It will
those
get
are
added.
secondary categories. Those is multi-select, right?
Mhm.
It is multi-select. This one actually. This is custom category, right? So we
Yeah,
already have
custom.
the primary category that is always there.
Yes.
After that we will add the custom category.
Okay. And that license management link we have currently on the header setting, license management setting link. Okay. Gear icon is there. On mouse or it will show.
Yeah. The gear icon is always there. On hover it will say why the gear icon is present. On click it will open up that slide.
Okay. 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 And the vendor name is clickable from here, just like current.
Yes, yes, we need to make it clickable.
Okay.
Okay, so Rakesh, chart is looking different than current implementation.
Yes, yes. So I'm going to share you one uh, another link for the chart, and let me know because currently we are using some different chart in our system. Uh, don't
Yes.
remember the name, but we need to update that thing because in the current chart what we are using, there are few limitation. I guess we are not able to explore more there.
So like we are changing in entire application or in a vendor
No,
and
no,
app module
we
only.
should change for entire application.
Okay.
Means I will share the link. You and Pinto both can go through it and let me know me Devi whether the current library is fine or we should switch to another one.
Okay.